Pickaxe.
Hi guys, here is a free premium preview of one of the shows we do, Micro VGO, every single week.
Every single week.
That's right. We're going to go over the stuff at GDC that Microsoft announced with Project Helix. We're going to talk about Crimson Desert Collector's Editions and also, John.
Did you know? It's Play Anywhere, Michelle. I'm buying it once on Xbox and then playing it on PC. What is an Xbox? I don't know.
I know. This is good. So John's going to be covering it on both console and PC. So if you want to support us and get weekly bonus shows, the 20-year back catalog, and ad-free versions of the show, head to videogameoutsiders.com, hit that red button, and listen in the player of your choice. Spotify, Apple, Google, whatever. You get VGO, extra shows, and you help support the show.
That's right. This stuff's happening all the time.
But
you got to go premium.
week.
Become a member of Club VGO at videogameoutsiders.com. Oh my God.
It's happening.
Stuff's happening. Oh my God.
I don't know what's really happening. I don't know if it's anything
Michelle,
we don't know. We're going to find out.
This is the next gen. It's coming. I see it.
It's scaring me. Do I have to get into a bomb
it's powered
shelter?
by AMD.
Well, that's
next gen FSR and magnitude increase in ray tracing.
So this is going to be a Micro VGO. We're going to talk about some games, some news, and yes, get into what has happened so far at GDC at the Microsoft event. Now, more stuff may happen after the show. We'll cover that on Tuesday just in case. But we do have some meaty stuff to talk about.
We do. Now, there's a lot of stuff that's coming out. This thing started earlier today. It's going for the next couple hours. Yep. I know the next big keynote, whatever you want to call it, it's happening is about how developers should get their games ready for the next Xbox. But Larry, it
actually says get your PC game ready.
Yeah, your PC game ready, right. But Larry, I just want to preface all of this with what Larry said, Major Nelson, okay?
Right.
He said, remember, gang, GDC is a developer event. Specifically, the Game Developer Conference. It's not a consumer show. So it's generally not the appropriate. So it's generally not the appropriate time or place for mainstream consumer news to be announced. Therefore, it's important to temper your expectations accordingly and avoid getting overly excited, only to be disappointed by your own preconceived notions. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
That's what somebody does when they're like, no, they're breaking up with you or something. And like they're going to tell you first. Like, I've seen this in a TV show.
Prepare to be disappointed.
He's pulling away. Fuck you, Larry. You get us hyped up, you fluff us.
But is Larry part of Microsoft again? What's he doing?
Why is he speaking for them?
I know. What's he doing?
What if something big comes out? He just like deflated people's like erection. What if something big does happen? You're supposed to be the hype man, Larry. Maybe Jeff Keighley has scared people. Don't hype anything anymore. You saw it happen with High Guard. All right.
I don't know. Well, since Larry lost that gig at Unity, I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what's up with him. I hope he's well.
All right. So this event, they're not streaming it. I did listen to someone that was in the room that streamed one of the keynote things.
Okay.
And
so we'll get
I didn't hear a ton. The audio was shit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? We'll get to that in the news.
Isn't this a micro? Aren't we doing games and then news?
Well, no. Why don't we front load this with Xbox stuff, and then we'll do a micro? Okay.
I didn't get the Venn diagram. Okay. So we're
all right. So at 10 o'clock today, they had a Developer Summit keynote. Okay, building for the future with Xbox. I believe that's the conversation that I heard. It has to be, and it was basically a guy. I heard a lot about AMD. You know, system on a chip. The GPU is going to offload a lot of the CPU. They're not going to have a CPU bottleneck anymore. Basically, with this new GPU scheme, whatever it is,
they're going to bounce back and forth and share the load.
Maybe, and then he also said something to the effect of, in the past we were developing games with hardware in mind, and now going forward, that's not the. It's multiple platforms. You know, it's not one device. Was kind of what he was trying to say, right? And then there was a screen grab of one of the PowerPoint slides here that says Project Helix Innovation. Okay, it plays your Xbox console and PC games. We kind of knew that last night, right? It's powered by a custom AMD SoC, which is system on a chip. Okay, co-designed for next generation of DirectX. Okay, that's why it's called the Xbox, kids. Next gen ray tracing performance and capabilities. They talked a lot about ray tracing in that thing I heard. Like how important it is, how it's going to be badass and all that shit. They've been saying that for 5 years.
It's powerful enough. I mean, I know. I turn it off in some games with it.
Yeah.
So,
and then the GPU directed work graph execution. I believe that has something to do with that CPU bottleneck.
Okay.
Like it's going to be more tied into the GPU and not rely on the CPU, I believe.
Yeah.
AMD FSR Next Plus Project Helix, built for next generation of neural rendering, next generation ML upscaling. What is ML? New ML multi-frame generation, next gen ray generation for RT and path tracing. Okay.
Well, frame gen is good. I mean, yeah, I don't know how AMD's works, but NVIDIA's got it down where you don't feel any lag with one between, and that can really double your frames. So
right. Let me go back to that slide. I clicked away.
ML frame I don't know what ML is.
I was trying to look that up.
Oh, machine learning.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. And then deep texture compression, Michelle. Yeah.
Sounds like a massage.
I know. Yeah. Neural texture compression, direct storage plus ZS.
That's all a bunch of garble.
TD.
Like that doesn't really mean much.
I know it doesn't. But
because we have
obviously,
PSSR on PlayStation,
AMD
people
is
have been saying it's shit.
AMD's at the forefront of all this, obviously. And Nintendo's got the NVIDIA juice.
Well, DLSS is so far ahead.
I know.
And that's why I think PlayStation had to do their own PSSR, which you guys are going to compete. I don't know. I've heard it's not there yet. So this right now doesn't tell us that much.
Well, we do know that the alpha for Project Helix will not be until 2027.
So Steam Machine is first.
Yes, the alpha, right?
Right.
The other thing that I read, I'm trying to find it, was, hang on, a lot of stuff here.
You're making me nervous.
Am I?
Well, starting in April,
yeah, that's what I was trying to find.
Will begin rolling out to Windows in select markets. It brings a familiar Xbox experience to players while keeping the flexibility and openness of Windows.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And also, PC Gamer just published an article saying basically the ROG LEX was kind of the early roadmap.
This is rolling out for PCs, basically, for Windows. It's not rolling out on your guys' Xboxes. So that means us on PC are going to have an Xbox mode we can launch, which is probably the Xbox emulator.
Don't we have that already? Oh, wait.
No, we can't play every old Xbox game on our PC.
No, we cannot.
Now we can.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Is that true?
Starting in April, Xbox mode will begin rolling out to
Windows. Xbox mode.
Which is probably the Xbox emulator, which lets you play any old Xbox game. It'll bring a familiar Xbox experience to players while keeping the flexibility and openness of Windows. We don't know if there's flexibility and openness in Helix yet. So.
Right. So Microsoft continued to roll out its future Xbox plans at GDC today in a talk hosted by VP of Next Generation Jason Ronald, titled Building for the Future, blah, blah, blah.
Calm down. When you read fast, I don't understand you.
Ronald expanded on... I don't have what?
I think I can speak faster and remain clearer than you can. When you speak fast,
Ronald expanded on what the dual identity will actually mean for the machine, and by the sound of things, Helix will behave similar to Valve's upcoming...
We're continuing to push innovation for our next 25 years. Our team hard at work on our next generation first-party console. Project Helix is designed to play with... Yeah, look, so this is also interesting. Project Helix is designed to play your Xbox console and PC games, delivering leading performance and ushering in the next generation of console gaming. So once again, they're calling it next-gen console.
Now, Michelle, this is my takeaway about all this.
Okay.
The only thing that's console about it is the fact it can play the old console games in emulation. But everything going forward is a PC game. Let's just call it what it is.
Sure, but I still don't have any information here if we can only install through the Windows Store if they're allowing other apps like Steam. So there's been nothing here that they're telling us. As games increasingly span devices, so expect more, we're breaking down the barriers between console and PC games for a more seamless cross-play. Well, yeah, if it's PC, it's PC. And we're making the Xbox experience consistent across screens. It gives developers a simpler, more unified path to reduce costs.
And this is the path right here.
For Xbox anymore.
All right, so I have one of the PowerPoints. This is the path that they're talking about.
Okay, the path.
So this is, again, they're speaking to developers. That's what this is for, right? So it says, listen, developer, build for Xbox on PC, okay? Mm-hmm. With our unified GDK builds for millions of Windows gaming PCs, Windows gaming handhelds, and next-gen consoles, in bold. You're going to build for the
separating PC from. They're being very specific to keep calling it a console.
Yeah, and they're saying next gen consoles in green and bold, like standing out, like it's still a console, okay? And then And then it says from there, you're going to basically send it to the handheld, okay? It's on PC right now. And you're also going to send it to the Xbox Series X and S, okay? You're also at the same time building for Xbox Series X and S with Xbox extensions for the GDK to unlock access to millions of Gen 9 consoles and are compatible with, in bold and green, next-gen game preservation.
But think about this, though. They're also thinking ahead. Right now, we've got the ROG. What happens 15 years from now? How many handheld PCs are there? And they're thinking, this is it. Make your game. It's going to be on desktop. It's going to be on console. It's going to be on handheld. They're thinking ahead. This is the one place you develop PC, and it goes there in all these places. So while it may not take off right now, I think it's more secure than Sony for me, which is only living room in the long term. I know right now, fine, but I'm thinking 15, 20 years ahead. And let's be real, Microsoft will still be around. Hopefully we all will be. And I think that they're thinking long term. Yeah.
And then, by the way, the next step in this diagram.
Look, this is the start of the next generation and the next 25 years of Xbox. See, like, I think their plan is just like.
Yeah. Here, look at this. Look at this slide. Okay. This really spells it out. It doesn't answer the question that you have about the the store and all that. But basically, look at this chart, okay? You build it for the PC, okay? Right? And then from there, it can be deployed to the handheld and to the legacy consoles, the Series X and S, okay? Which are compatible with next-gen game preservation. And then from there, you can then deploy to the cloud, which then will serve millions of smartphones, smart TVs, and more streaming devices. So that's the future, okay? So...
Well, we've been saying this for a while, that Xbox needed to sort of combine. It was too confusing, even with the 5 different versions of Game Pass and the cloud versus this versus that. It seems like they're definitely trying to simplify.
Right. But what's interesting to me, Michelle, if you look at this slide I shared with you, the Series X is sticking around. It's in a year or two. It's going to be still here.
They expect people to have it for the next 5 years or something.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, even this PC Gamer article says they spilled the beans on the Xbox PC hybrid while suggesting it's years away. So if Alpha's 2027, we're looking at 2028. And then PS6 will be out before then with Grand Theft Auto. What do people do? How's Grand Theft Auto going to run on the old Xbox if it's, I don't know. I feel like it is getting a little weird with timing.
All right, here's another breaking.
Okay.
Microsoft Xbox mode is coming to every Windows 11 PC. I know you already said that, but I just want to see what they have to say about this.
That doesn't impact me at all, really.
Verge wants me to pay for this article? Fuck off.
Give me a break. Paul Tassi wouldn't make you pay. I'm just kidding.
What? I can't read this article on Verge?
Go to an ad-free version of it. There's like browsers that bypass that stuff, and you can probably block it.
I can't read this.
Xbox on Windows.
Here, can you read that?
Yeah. Microsoft seems more determined than ever to combine Xbox and Windows to the point to the next-gen Xbox, codename Project Helix, will play PC games too. Today we learned Helix will go in alpha in 2027, but the company isn't waiting for Helix before it points Windows gamers in the Xbox direction. Starting in April, it's bringing a full-screen Xbox mode to every Windows 11 PC, including laptops, desktops, and tablets, called Xbox mode. So this is good for PC gamers.
But Michelle, we already kind of have this, though. We have this. So what is different?
It's like big picture mode for Windows. We don't have that.
Yes, we do. I have it on my fucking I have the Xbox app on my PC. So what is different here?
That's not the same. You still need a mouse and everything.
No, I can do big picture. Yes, I can. I'll do it right now. Hang on.
No, you don't have it yet. Technically, you've been able to try. John, come back. Oh my God. This man. John.
Yeah.
What's
going on?
Calm down. John, stop. Technically, you've been able to try the Xbox full screen experience in preview since November 2025 if you were part of the Windows Insider and Xbox Insider programs, but it needed work as well as a better name. When Microsoft originally shipped it on the Asus Xbox Ally, we were clear. It didn't meaningfully turn a PC experience into an easy-to-use Xbox One. This next one will, okay? It's different.
Oh, so they're iterating.
Yeah, so this is really like making PCs better, not the Xbox better. But if Microsoft is putting its full weight behind PC as the future of Xbox gaming, perhaps that will change. It certainly hasn't stopped updating the Xbox Ally. The pricier version now feels downright reliable, which is not something I've generally accused Windows handhelds of before. Yeah, I mean, people I know who have that Xbox Ally love it now, and they keep updating it. Now, is it as updated as the Steam Deck and as who knows? It's also opening up advanced shader delivery to all developers for Xbox. We talked about that. Also bringing the classic Xbox games to PC. As a part of our 25th anniversary, we'll be rolling out new ways to play iconic games from our past. This is more good news for PC gamers, which I think is the concern of the quote old school Xbox console gamer, right? Like what are they getting? So there's a big Microsoft blog post, which I think we went through. Faster load times, improved developer, linear, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I'm curious in April. We'll have to talk about that and see what's changed. But this doesn't answer my questions, you know? It doesn't answer my concerns of what that next console. But we're 2 years away.
We are.
You know what? It could change. Do they even know what they want to allow on it? They may not even know, John. You know?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
John, calm down. So the Steam Machine comes along.
I'm trying
this year.
to control the Xbox app with a
Stop.
controller.
We already just read. You could preview it, but it's going to be better. There's no point.
Yeah. All right.
So, you know, Steam Machine comes along this year.
Yeah.
Do you buy it? And then do you also buy the Helix 2 years later? It's
if it's really 2 years, yes, I do.
Okay.
If it's 6 months, I'd be kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, it's not going to be 6 months.
Yeah.
It's crazy that they're sticking around the Xbox for that long, but maybe they're rolling out like AI technology to upscale, but they don't have
that's what that slide says.
They don't have the CPU and the GPU combo, and the old Xbox doesn't have it though. It's not going to be enough to like be able to pull that off.
Right. Yeah, so game preservation is a big part of their message with this. And again, I think that's the only thing that makes it a console still, is that full backwards compatibility, but everything else going forward is really just a PC game.
Yeah.
And obviously the biggest question that we don't know is, can you really get into Windows? Okay. Can I install things?
See, PS6 is also supposed to launch in late 2027. So it looks like they could be targeting about the same time. Mm-hmm. You know, if they're doing the alpha in early, but
so probably Christmas of 2027, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah, Nintendo announces release date for new Switch 2 exclusive Yoshi and the Mysterious Book.
Oh,
sorry, I just saw some Nintendo news, not to taint the pot, but all right, well, let's quickly get into, is that it on this?
Yeah, I just checked with Paul Tassi, and
stop.
His last article was, what is RJ Decker, the show that just set a 5-year ratings record?
I hate this guy. You know, yeah, in our chat in Discord and subs, we've been saying maybe he's AI. I think he could be AI generated articles like at this point. And I've been saying bring on the AI. Maybe that's already happened with Paul. I think that's what he's doing. He's got some agents just generating.
Yeah, here's an article from today. There's some great news about One Piece Season 3's release date.
I'm good. I'm good on not knowing
Will
anymore.
there be a Season 3 of One Piece? Yes.
Okay.
But now,
all right. So I've been poking around for Weeb stuff already for next week. And I did want to talk about something really quickly. So Grand Blue came out on Steam. This is the game that was originally out in Japan on mobile devices. And it launched Grand Blue Fantasy and Grand Blue Relink. Grand Blue Fantasy is actually a really cool game. This, however, is, as they describe it, a classic JRPG that first launched in Japan for mobile devices and web browsers in 2014. Now, for the first time, new players outside of Japan can join the experience through Steam. Existing Grand Blue accounts can be linked. It's got mostly negative reviews.
It does.
I tried it. You know
looks
what?
really mobile. Holy shit!
It is mobile, and they don't even
I know,
give you
but it
different
looks
sizing.
like it.
So
it
this
looks
is
like
just
a fucking
straight
phone.
up. They put like what was from 2014 on a phone on Steam, and it's crazy that they even did this. I didn't think the game was that bad. I thought it was more interesting that because Grand Blue Fantasy or whatever. What was the one? Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. What was the other one? What did I say? What's the original Grand Blue Fantasy game that I played that I thought was pretty cool? Like I thought that it was crazy that this is what. No, it's the other one. Is it Relink?
Relink's the one from 2024.
Oh yeah, Versus is the other one. I've never played that. So yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is kind of like an anime fighting game, but it had cool like party system. I just didn't love the controls, but the game was popular and it was pretty cool. So I thought it was more interesting that this is what spawned these other games, and they decided to put it out. We're seeing more and more of that, but I'm wondering if they're going to get discouraged when it gets mostly negative reviews and stuff like this. Steam has a very, very low tolerance for any sort of mobile monetization. It's like instant shit on, but I don't know if it's always bad. I didn't get into that deep to see, like, I just know that because when I played sort of Convaleria, which was free, and it does have positive reviews now, but it started off mixed with people bitching about, oh, this is pay to, it wasn't pay to win at all. There were free modes. It was actually well done, and they still shit on it. So some people see any free game with money for anything, and they don't want the gacha model on Steam. Like, they're very against it, and they'll negative review it. So
right,
yeah, it's sort of Convaleria is still going on. They just did a Witcher crossover. I haven't been in that game in ages, but that was really in depth and free, and I played 100 hours for free, so I'm not going to bitch about that sort of stuff. But yeah, so I tried that, and then I've been poking around, but I think I'm pretty set with my games for next week and kind of what I want to do. I've been poking around TV shows and things like that, so I'm just drinking my coffee. What about you?
Well, last night I just played Slay the Spire 2 because I'm a big guy in that.
Yeah, are
world.
your name is known, or you have a YouTube you're starting?
Yeah, I'm on the Reddits.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, Michelle.
That
game's okay, so that is a game 100% I can just play and tune out and do other things, watch videos. Ryan said you can't do that. It's not possible. You need to really pay attention. I disagree.
I don't think so, because there's no timed things. So
there's
you can
no
start
time.
and stop as you want.
You pick a card and you do it and you stop. I don't know. It's okay. But here's the thing, though. The show.
Yep.
MLB The Show, which I buy every fucking year.
Yeah.
That comes out on the 17th, Michelle.
Of April?
Of March.
Oh. Are you doing
it? If you get the deluxe version, you can play tomorrow.
Oh my God. Are you going to do that? Don't do the deluxe. Don't do the deluxe.
I know. I did last year. What?
It's not really worth it unless you're like dying to play.
Well, it's $100. No, I'm not doing that.
Just play the real version.
Because last year I didn't really get into it.
It comes out Tuesday. You could play it before the show, and you could say that baseball is very Japanese and tie it. Like, if you wanted to, but
I wish it was on Game Pass again.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer.
I don't know. I wouldn't do $100 early.
I'm not going to do it. I mean, it's good because I get extra stubs, which I know you like.
I don't like that word. Ticket stubs. I get it.
So, I don't know. That's something to think about. I have to think
it's
about.
It's the same game every year.
It is the same game, but it is like a spring thing, though. Like, because like it's like this,
there's a free baseball game on Steam right now. I linked it to you.
Yeah, it was a Konami game, I think.
Yeah, it's actually getting decent reviews.
Yeah, eBaseball Pro Spirits.
Yeah, it's got mostly positive. It's free. It's put out by Konami. That's kind of interesting.
Well, back in the day, like a long time ago, like when I was playing baseball games like crazy on my Super Nintendo and N64, like everyone that was into that genre would always talk about the Japanese baseball games that were like impossible to get.
For our Weeb show, like I don't know.
Actually, that's a good idea.
This is a Japanese baseball game, so it might have a different feel or flavor and warm you up for.
Is it Japanese teams though, or is it?
I see some Japanese players. Yeah.
Because the games I'm referring to,
there's a Japanese guy with black skin and dreadlocks.
Yeah, but he has a JPN jersey, which obviously is Japan.
And there's also ESP. What does that mean? These are different Japanese leagues? Authentic baseball from around the world.
Okay, I will definitely play this.
Oh, it looks pretty interesting.
Powered by the next generation e-baseball engine.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, versus e-baseball. Yeah, I mean, I just don't want you to get baseballed out because if you play this and then you've got MLB. What if you like this more and you don't want to buy MLB The Show? What if you get into this?
This game's fucking free, by the way.
It's free. I know. So
I know.
And it's Pro Spirit. Like, what does that even mean?
Is this game on the console?
I don't know, but it's got the next gen e-baseball engine, John. How are you gonna not try this?
It's on PS5.
Yeah, check it out. I bet
I'm totally playing this weekend.
Yeah, I bet it has a different feel than some of the other games. You're not going to know any of the players or whatever, but let me look at wait.
It has USA players.
Oh, this is what you got to put on. To achieve a more flexible play-by-play commentary, it has AI-generated voices only available in the Japanese commentary.
Oh, I want that.
It's AI Japanese voices, so you won't even know what the hell they're saying anyway. They could be like banana, banana, banana. And that could be funny. TLDR, if you are not in Asia, get this game.
Really?
The game is an international version of Pro Baseball Spirits 2025, which I guess it costs money there. I like it. Technically good, a cool game, really cool and fun. All right, yeah, so check that out. And then other news going on right now.
That's a good find there, that baseball game, Michelle.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it trending on Steam and I was shocked. I saw free and I'm like, okay, this is going to get shit on.
I mean, there's an article on this website here. New huge free PS5 and PC game has dropped.
Yeah, it's actually pretty. I mean, when it's free, how are they monetizing? Like,
I don't know. There's probably packs and cards. Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. But then you get the show, which is $70 or $80,
and then
or
you
$100,
still have to buy all that
and you
shit.
still have to buy the stubs, and then people will shit on a free game that does it, but they don't shit on like the paid game that does it.
Yeah,
Fortnite's PvE mode.
I was gonna say you have to almost spend money on the show. By the way, like if you really want to get serious about having a good team, yeah.
Okay, well that's shit. Then you shouldn't have to. It should be just like if you want to speed it up or something.
Right.
Actually, I don't think there should be any pay for progress. It should be.
I mean, there's ways to do it without spending money, but I'm trying to remember how I don't do the online stuff though. But you can go online with your own personal team that you've gathered from baseball cards that you've opened. They
just want to have their cake and eat it too. They want you to pay $100, and then they want you to pay the battle pass, and then the stubs or whatever else. And it's too much going on. So if a game is free and they ask for some cash, I don't get as pissy. Like I'm the opposite. So Fortnite's PvE mode Save the World is going free to play on April 16th. They're also increasing the price of V-Bucks. I know some people are mad about that.
Inflation.
Yeah, I guess Tim Sweeney's feeling the pressure over there. Less people probably playing Fortnite these days, and nobody's going to that Epic Games Store. I mean, that trying to take over Steam was a failure, And I forget who I was arguing with that was saying it was going to be more popular, but I knew it wasn't.
Oh, I have breaking news.
Oh, more stuff?
Larry Major Nelson Rib.
Oh.
He joins Commodore.
Yeah, I saw that. They've got Clint Eastwood's son in a picture.
Oh, yeah. Good looking kid.
He's a cute guy, but I know. He's Clint Eastwood's kid, so how ugly would that woman be?
Okay, so Commodore, Michelle, if you're not aware. So
I don't have any experience with them.
Okay, so pre-PC, we had like the Apples, and we had the Ataris, and we had the Commodores, basically. Those are kind of the big ones, right? Mm-hmm. I had Atari. I had a friend that had a Commodore. And it was a big rivalry, by the way, Commodore and Atari.
Okay.
And the Commodore
60 Japanese?
No, American.
Okay.
No, the Commodore 64 was a big fucking deal in the 80s, okay? But I had the Atari 800. I was not part of the Commodore camp. I hated Commodore. We called them commies. It was a whole thing. Trust me.
Okay. This is something I didn't experience, but I'm wondering
I was like 10, okay, But like the thing is like it was like almost like Sega and Nintendo, because certain games would go to the Commodore 64 and not to the Atari 800 and vice versa,
Yeah.
So anyway, they're bringing back the Commodore apparently in some way, I guess emulation, I don't know, but what is going on? So the Xbox icon joins the recently revived 80s computer brand as a community developer advisor, where his job will be to help support and expand the global community.
This is a failure and nobody's going to care.
No. Nobody, you don't even know what Commodore was.
I don't know what it is, and I've been gaming my whole life. I've been gaming for 40 years, so I don't know. This is stupid.
His recent role was at the game engine maker Unity, where he served as director of community and advocacy for less than 2 years. As for Commodore, the company might be entering a new era but its comeback product launch is a firmly nostalgic play with the recently
Whoever's
released.
making these decisions, if they actually think they're money making, are confusing to me. If they're like passion projects and somebody really wants to, I get it. But like, do these people not get it? I don't know.
Here's the look at the computer. So that's the Commodore 64. So they're bringing it back.
Yeah, nobody wants it. The only people who can get away with this shit are Nintendo. They can sell you the NES with 300 games on it for like.
It's fucking $350 for the Commodore 64 Ultimate Basic Beige.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work.
What does it do? Play 10,000 original games.
10,000.
So it's just like a big fucking
games.
Oh, okay, it's an FPGA powered device. So it's a modern emulated, I guess, in quotes, device.
Look, it would be cool if I had history with it, maybe. I'm sorry, I look at that and I'm like, what is that? And how many people have history with it at this point that would still want it? I just don't get it.
I think a lot of people my age do.
Yeah, but how many would buy it?
I know. I mean, I think they did release an Atari computer too like this. I had no interest in that.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have my Atari 800 down here. It still works.
What was the Atari that I had? It was a
2600.
Okay. Because whenever anyone says Atari, that's all I know.
Well, that was the console, right?
Okay.
The 20.
So they started off as a little PC too.
Yeah, they had the 2600, the 5200, and the 7800 or something. But those are all consoles.
Right.
And then they had the computers, like the 400,
but these
the 800.
didn't have Windows on them.
No, this is way before Windows. Yeah.
Okay. So when I think of DOS, the earliest, that's Windows in my head, even though was it Windows?
Yeah, the Atari 400 came out in 1978 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then when was MS-DOS?
I feel like it was like 84.
81. So this is before DOS.
Yeah.
And it had its own, the Atari computer had its own disk operating system, okay, that I had to put a floppy in, and that would allow me to, or was it a floppy? Or whatever. It had a disk operating system on it, and then Microsoft took that idea and called it Microsoft Disk Operating System. You see? MS-DOS.
Yeah. Well, Bill Gates stole. I'm just kidding. All right, we're going to get out of here. But before we do, I want to ask you this one question. And we'll check back in with Xbox. Okay. And I want to know if you think this is going to impact Xbox's plan at all with being a PC. Because PC graphics cards are now nearly 100% NVIDIA. This is from PC World. AMD's support for high-end graphics cards have been very lukewarm and consumers are moving on. So if developers are developing for PC, they're kind of banking now at this point you have an NVIDIA card, even if it's an older or a lower series card. Like let's say, I have if somebody had a 5060 or something, they might be better off just because it's NVIDIA because you've got the tools. And so if AMD's share of the PC graphics card market is dropping and dropping and dropping, and they make a PC game, they're really only developing for that Xbox AMD box, and it's going to run really PlayStation isn't the same architecture though.
I know, but it still has some flavor of AMD. And
well, here's the difference is though, they're developing for PlayStation and then they're developing for PC. Those are the two places developers are going to develop for now, right? Let's take away Switch and mobile.
But there has to be overlap between the PlayStation, AMD, and the...
No, it's completely different. So if they're developing for PlayStation, that's a different beast.
Some overlap.
Now they're developing for PC, they're assuming NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Then they throw it on the Xbox PC, which is AMD, and it can't even run right. I'm saying, what if it's a potential...
Problem. Well, I know. Well, that's why I've always thought like Nintendo was really smart with going with NVIDIA. Like I thought they were like that was brilliant.
I'm sure everybody has tried to go with them, including Xbox, and Jensen or whoever didn't want to. Yeah, they wanted to go with Switch because of the handheld chip. I mean,
possibly.
Nintendo.
Yeah,
or maybe they actually like them. I don't know. But it seems like the most powerful pairing right now, too. So.
Well, if you remember the Jensen interview with Rogan, I think it was there that he said that he basically went to Nintendo and said, listen, we got DLSS. You need to get that shit in the fucking handheld like now. Do you remember that? That was in that Rogan thing.
Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, that's interesting if he pitched to them.
I'm pretty sure he did. I think he exposed them to it and said, this is what you need to make that handheld, viable and to make it interesting and good.
Yeah, and I think Xbox went to them and they probably told them the price and they couldn't do it. So AMD just made more sense. But I'm worried about the future if all PC and people ask me all the time, oh, what graphics card should I get in AMD? I'm like, no, do not get an AMD card now. Like, you were better off with a lower version of an NVIDIA card just for the technology now. So I am concerned about if Xbox is just getting the PC developed games, how that's going to run and what's going to happen. But we're 2 years away. All right, guys. Well, that's it. Not to get into too much PC technical talk, but
don't you think though the PSSR the PlayStation is using for their upscaling is really FSSR just rebranded? I'm pretty sure it is.
I think Digital Foundry has tested all three of them together, and it's just like it doesn't compete at all. I mean, it's a proprietary one. I mean, they really think they have the AI research with their proprietary PSSR to compete with the money that, I don't know.
I know, but it's all happening on the AMD chip, so it's really.
So you really think it's that? They're just calling it that?
I do. I think it's a marketing thing. I do. I really do.
People are saying right now FSR could be more stable, but in general, PSSR is still seen as an upgrade compared to it. So it is better than it, but maybe there's a little bit flaky.
Of Sony juice on it. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, they know what they're working with. But yeah, Digital Foundry has done a bunch of comparing with them and stuff like that. I think the average person doesn't know what that is or care, and they just want stuff to look good. And yeah. All right. Well, that's it. We'll be back Tuesday with anything we missed if there's big Xbox news that comes out late breaking today. We're also going to talk about some big games like the baseball game and Monster Hunter Stories. And John, you're getting that flower. I'm sure the truck is almost at your house by now.
Should we get an update on that?
Let's get an update. And then,
all right, real quick, let me just pull up the tracking.
Come on down to Discord, win a copy from Loaded, or just chat about the game. I created a channel for it. Apparently, Crazy was saying that he got the physical version of Crimson Desert because it comes with a map, John. It comes with a physical map, and that could actually end up selling. I want to look at that before we get out of here. I mean, that's something cool. If I had a console, I might do. I mean, and that is the thing that I think makes physical media interesting, is when it comes with something like that. Crimson Desert physical map.
Now, if I buy...
That looks cool. It's paper, though. It's paper. But
the Elder Scroll one was cloth, wasn't it?
Wait, there are two screenshots. One is fabric, and one looks like a folded poster. So I don't know which is which. The Deluxe edition. Maybe it's like Deluxe versus... I don't know. If you buy that game on PS5, you have to get the one with the map. But I think you're just going to take a PC key. But that is definitely tempting to
but not paper.
Well, somebody has pictures of fabric. Okay, Crimson Desert Collector's Edition pre-order now. And they're showing fabric map for this one.
Where are you seeing that? Like on GameStop?
This is Instagram.
Oh.
So the physical contents, a diorama. Oh, that's the expensive one. You get like a golden dragon. You get a fabric map with a letter from the developer, Pearl Abyss. You get a brooch. You get a character photo card, patches. You also get the tormented soul bow.
Tell me about the brooch.
Wait a minute. You get a soul bow. You get a spear. You get a longsword. You get a lantern. You get a horse track set. You get all this stuff. Gloves, boots. Oh, it's going to make you better in the game, John, maybe. PS5 exclusive bonus. Gravitant plate set. Helms, glove, boots, and cloak. 5 character I mean, that actually looks cool. Those pins don't look bad either. They're like stained glass. I don't know. If I had a console,
sold out. Did you see the one with the fucking dragon? Is that the diorama?
So the collector's edition is sold out
on Amazon. It is. That diorama is badass, by the way.
Yeah, and they've got 2 different maps, and one looks really cool. That is something. I bet this is going to sell for a lot of money.
Is that what you were looking at? I just sent the link.
Oh, it's on Amazon. Yeah, I watched like a video of it, and they went through everything.
Fabric map of Pywell.
Yeah, I mean, it actually looks cool. That's
patches.
for PS.
You can get the brooch. You can be like Rose from Titanic with that on.
Right. Put it on your backpack. Let me look at how much it's going for on eBay right now. I'm just curious. Right now they want $429.
Oh boy.
Or you can pre-sale for $150. Buy it now.
$150?
I don't know how that's happening. The other one is $400 located in Japan.
Well, what's the actual retail price?
Crimson Desert Deluxe PS5, $150. Buy it now. This is somebody who scooped them all up.
Okay, so I'm reading on Reddit here that it was on Amazon and people got it.
Yeah, everybody bought it out and it looks like they put it on eBay.
And they pre-ordered it in October of last year.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is going to really sell out. Like, I bet GameStop's going to sell out too, or probably already has.
Well, I don't see it on GameStop's website. I looked.
Okay.
PlayAsia has it for $92, but that's not the super one.
They want it for $400 in Japan on eBay, but in the American ones are $150.
Is that with the diorama?
Yeah.
Okay. Because PlayAsia has just a standard deluxe for $92.
Okay. Collector's box and bonus DLC pre-sale. I don't know. You'd have to look into it. But guys, if you're curious, I would look now because the diorama one is $600. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're right. That's a different version. The one with the statue they want $600 for, or $400 in Japan.
Well, PlayAsia has that one for $300.
Yeah, but what's that in our currency and like ship?
No, $300 US. Okay.
Last one. These are all
used to order from PlayAsia all the fucking time around the turn of the century.
Don't say the turn of the century.
I know. I like saying it because
it's creepy. I feel like
that's my new thing. I like it. I like that. It is a turn. It was around 2099. I don't know.
Y2K. All right. So, well, you should look into this now.
$294.99, Michelle, on PlayAsia. But what's the real price though? Is it $150?
What was it?
That's what I'm saying.
Before it sold out. Like, that's the thing.
I don't know.
Well, it's too late now.
I don't know. I might. Okay, if this is really a game I'm going to play a lot of, I might get it on Xbox.
The Xbox?
It's cross-buy.
Is it out on Xbox? Oh, yeah. It's cross-play, not cross-buy.
It is cross-buy. Isn't it?
No.
Yes, it is.
Right, but you'd have to buy it twice.
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's Play Anywhere.
So you're saying if you get it on your Xbox, you can launch it on your Windows Store and your Xbox console?
Let me look at this.
I mean, you would probably play more in the living room, and you're not running this on your Steam machine, deck, whatever.
I thought I read it was Play Anywhere. Which, what?
I don't know.
Do you think it's not? It is right here. Xbox Play Anywhere.
So that's cross-play, one buy?
I think by definition, that's what that means.
So you get 2 copies for one.
Xbox Play Anywhere is a program allowing users to purchase select digital games once and play them on console and PC.
Well, I mean, that does make more sense for you. I mean, and think about that, though. That is actually a huge perk of Xbox.
I know.
If a game is Play Anywhere. Crimson Desert is officially confirmed as an Xbox title on March 19th for Play Anywhere, allowing shared progression and cross-buy between platforms.
I have to do that. I'm doing that. Just, that's fine. Give my key away.
Okay. We'll give your key away. I don't even know when. That's actually better because I don't even know when I'm going to get them. We might get them Tuesday morning. So you'll have time over the weekend if you do it your way.
When can we play that game?
That game is Thursday the 19th. So,
okay.
Yeah, if you do it next Thursday and I don't get the keys till the 24th, you'll have a lot more time with it.
Okay. And I would like to experience it on both, honestly.
No, I think that I thought you had to buy it twice. The fact that you don't is actually, like, that's 2 copies in one. Like, that's,
I know.
That's
it's
nothing
huge.
to sneeze at. Like, Xbox does a lot of cool shit that I don't think they get any credit for. You know, just because it's maybe cool to hate on them or they're failing in some things, but like, that is badass. No other company is doing that.
I know.
All right. Well, let's get out of here.
That's Phil.
Phil did it.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, update with Flower.
Okay.
So on March 6th, Michelle.
Okay.
The label was created.
Yeah, but you said it was on a truck.
Hang on. On March 10th, we have your package, Tacoma, Washington. Today, March 11th, on the way, Ontario, California.
Oh. Okay, so it's going to get on a plane. It's going to fly across the country.
Why is it going from Washington State down south to California?
Because that's probably a big shipping. I think there's a big
I'm over
FedEx.
here to the east.
Yeah, but they had to. That's probably
Yeah,
where
I
all the
know.
planes leave.
There's some hub or plane
some
or,
hub.
or rail car or something.
I think that's also where the Dippin' Dots was. Maybe I'll go up there. I'll pick up your package. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for listening and subscribing. And I think that's it.
All right, guys. Thanks. We'll see you very soon. Out.